General Hospital spoilers reveal that Sonny Corinthos told Natalia Ramirez to take a hike after he discovered she was once married to Jen Sidwell. Sonny doesn't tolerate disloyalty, and now Natalia has found that out the hard way. This means that Sonny has an opening on his arm, and with all the awesome women in PC, he might have a hard time choosing a new companion. We want you to tell us who you want Sonny to be with, and here are a few considerations for you. Sonny doesn't know it, but his daughter with Alexis Davis is completely out of control. Christina Corinthos tried to kill Ava Jerome, who is now blackmailing Alexis to keep this secret. Sonny despises Ava, and if Alexis told Sonny, they could rebond over their mutual hatred. They obviously hit the sheets once. There's nothing to prevent them doing so again. Sonny knows he can trust Carly Spencer, and this could lead to them commiserating over their lives and seeking comfort from one another. Carly is recovering from polonium poisoning, and most of her loved ones think that she should not be with the man responsible for the poisoning, Jack Brennan. Do you think that Carson have one more chance at love? Nina Reeves had an affair with Sonny when he had amnesia and thought he was Mike. There's no love lost between them, but they do want what's right for their mutual grandkids. Could these two start to reminisce about the past as they talk about their present-day issues with their kids? Definitely maybe. Something drew these two together at one time, and we think lightning could strike twice. Anna Devane has a touch-and-go relationship with Sonny, as she does with most criminals. Most people think she favors the bad guys, so why not prove them right and have a little fun with it at the same time? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. General Hospital spoilers for the next 3 weeks, April 28 to May 16, reveal that Jason Morgan will get some disturbing Sonny Corinthos news before Nina Reeves spills to Carly Spencer. There's sure to be a pre-nurses ball crisis or two as well, so here's what GH fans will see in the coming episodes. The week of April 28, May 2 will leave Carly freaking out over Sonny nearly losing his life. That wicked nurse will fail to wipe Sonny off the map, but Carly will be rattled over the whole ordeal anyway. It won't be long until Jason gets updates on what happened in Los Angeles, so he'll be sorry he wasn't there to support Carly. Jason will no doubt promise to do whatever he can to protect Sonny in the aftermath, and the best way to do that is by eliminating the person responsible for all the fatal orders. Of course, nailing down who's to blame has proved difficult so far, but Jack Brennan will divulge a theory to Carly. We'll see if Brennan suspects Jen Sidwell or another surprise culprit out there. Next, Drew will have some big outburst, so that could distract him and leave his drink unattended. Nina and Portia Robinson talked about slipping Drew a Mickey for the next phase of their plan, so he'll get drugged and land in bed with Jacinda. Jacinda will earn the $6,000 that Nina's paying her by staging a cheating scene and taking pics for proof. The real show will begin when Willow Corinthos comes home from Baden-Baden and finds Drew in the bedroom with some random blonde she doesn't know. Willow will have a tough decision to make after Drew swears he didn't willingly get in bed with Jacinda. Drew may try to put the puzzle pieces together from the prior evening and settle on the idea that someone drugged him for this trap. Whether Drew blames Nina or someone else for setting him up, he'll ask Willow to trust in what they've built together. Will Willow decide she believes Drew is telling the truth? Regardless, Nina will have a catch-up session with Carly, so we'll see how much of her latest escort scheme she's willing to spill. Although Nina may make some predictions about Willow finally turning against Drew, it may not be quite that simple. As for Christina Corinthos Davis, will Alexis Davis let her know the reason Diane Miller drew up those papers to have her committed? Christina could be in for a shock if she learns Diane was trying to build a legal defense, just in case the truth about the car crash Christina caused comes out. Alexis may admit she's paying Ava Jerome substantial amounts of money from the Cassadine estate to keep her quiet. During the week of May 5 to 9, Christina could get angry with Ava all over again if Alexis indeed reveals the blackmail mayhem. Although Christina vowed to drop her vendetta, it could be revived instantly now that Ava's putting Alexis in this tight spot. Lulu Spencer will also keep digging for answers regarding Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri's adopted child, so Lois Cerullo may panic as Giovanni Gio Palmieri hints start to unravel. The week of May 12 to 16 will bring some pre-Nurses Ball drama since Lucy Coe is sure to be scrambling ahead of the grand event. There'll inevitably be some fires to put out and some last-minute adjustments to make. Will Kai Taylor still be able to perform following his surgery? If Kai struggles with some paralysis after his procedure, he may have to bow out of his promised performance. General Hospital spoilers reveal a preview video has been released for the week of April 28, 2025. It shows Jacinda holding the vial that will change Drew Kane's world. Meanwhile, Kai Taylor gets ready for his procedure. Plus, Alexis Davis and Christina Corinthos Davis have a fierce showdown over the commitment paperwork. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the ABC soap opera. At the hospital in Los Angeles, this week's preview video has Brick telling Carly Spencer that they have a little situation. Of course, Brick is talking about what just happened to Sonny. Right when Sonny had gotten out of heart surgery, a nurse assassin snuck into his room and tried to inject a drug into his IV. However, Sonny's eyes just happened to snap open. When Carly opens the door to Sonny's hospital room, her eyes dart down toward the floor. However, it might not be Sonny's body that is on the floor, but the nurse sent to kill our Corinthos mobster. Christina Corinthos Davis confrontation at the law office. Christina blasts her mother over the secret commitment papers. The young woman yells at Alexis, but the lawyer has something to tell her daughter. Alexis snaps back that Christina really left her with no choice. It sounds like Alexis is about to tell Christina how her reckless actions have complicated everything. Now, will Alexis and Christina tell Molly Lansing Davis what really happened with Rick Lansing's accident? Kai Taylor's Procedure Day General Hospital spoilers for the week of April 28 reveal that Kai is in a hospital bed. Trina Robinson sits beside Kai, giving him support. However, Trina still looks worried as someone says it's time for Kay's operation. Week of April 28, 2025 GH fans will also see Curtis Ashford look up at the Savoy. Meanwhile, Josslyn Jax looks freaked and creeped out. Plus, Lulu Spencer looks at her phone in anticipation. At the end of the preview clip, Nana Reeves says she wants Drew to have a night that Port Charles will never forget. Then, Willow Tate Corinthos stares into a room, most likely seeing a drugged Drew in a compromising position, at least on video. Later in the week, Drew pleads his case and insists he was drugged. It won't take Drew long to realize it was Nina that did this and strike back. Nina still has a secret she's keeping from Willow too, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers update for Monday, April 28, indicates that Sonny Corinthos' shocking outcome will be revealed while Alexis Davis gets a mystery gift. Josslyn Jax will also face a WSB setback. So let's talk about all the highs and lows of Monday's GH episode. At the Savoy, Jordan Ashford will give Curtis Ashford some updates, so she may fill him in on something related to her plot to bring Jens Sidwell down. Curtis will also spot Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor out for a celebratory evening ahead of his surgery the next day. Kai will ask if he can speak with Curtis alone and will end up apologizing, so he may be sorry for rejecting Portia Robinson's advice after Curtis sent him to her. Curtis understands that Kai has to do what's right for him when it comes to this procedure, but he'll still have some concerns about all the risks. Meanwhile, Portia will force Brad Cooper to follow more instructions, which he obviously won't be happy about. Brad might play a role in helping Portia arrange the Mickey that Portia needs for Drew Kane's upcoming trap. Back at the Savoy, Emma Scorpio Drake will continue to get Professor Henry Dalton's attention, which is a problem for Josslyn since she needs to impress him and earn the research assistant gig. Although Josslyn will face a setback when it comes to her USB mission, Vaughn will push the right buttons and goad her into not giving up. As for Tracy Quartermaine, it looks like she'll pull up a news story on her tablet and show it to Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Since Gio respects Sonny, Tracy will try to damage his reputation in Gio's eyes. Gio will eventually recruit Emma for some help with something, so that'll give them a chance to grow closer. In Los Angeles, Carly Spencer will reel when she enters Sonny's hospital room. Will Sonny somehow get the upper hand on the devious nurse that's trying to wipe him off the map with that syringe? Could this nurse get jabbed and face a fatal outcome instead? Whatever the case, Sonny will survive the latest attempt on his life, but Carly and Brick will remain worried about who keeps ordering the hits. At the law office, Molly Lansing Davis will back Christina Corinthos Davis up as she rips into Alexis. Christina will rant over the papers to have her forced into psychiatric care and wonder why Alexis would secretly have them drawn up. Alexis will deal with some serious backlash, but she might manage to hold her tongue, at least long enough to corner Christina alone and explain the blackmail situation that led to those papers. Later, Alexis will get an intriguing gift, one that could leave her making some troubling predictions. Could Sidwell send something that feels ominous and set off some alarm bells? General Hospital spoilers have a lot of people wondering the same thing lately. Is Sonny Corinthos really going to die? Is actor Maurice Benard finally hanging up his boots? Keep reading below for everything you need to know. A lot of fans of the show have pointed out that there seems to be so much drama about Sonny having surgery, just like there was when Willow was dying of cancer. However, there seems to be more emphasis on other storylines like Sasha's pregnancy, Carly throwing a dagger at Willow's back, and the possibility of Michael returning to Port Charles. Some even believe that this storyline is building up to something that might suggest Sonny is about to take his last breath, but just quietly, of course. It's also been said that actor Maurice Benard is phoning in his lines lately, suggesting to a lot of fans that he might be looking to throw in the towel soon. After all, he has been playing the character of Sonny Corinthos for well over 4 decades now. Is it really time to go? As our loyal readers can imagine, the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. Some even commented with, "Oh, absolutely not." Whenever Sonny could die, you know it's less about him being in danger and more about the story coming after it. Maurice will be there until he physically can't. That whole show is centered around him. Why leave? Another fan wrote, "It's not that I don't think he could die. It's just that it would be a huge thing to keep secret. I would expect spoilers for something like that. Also, if Maurice Benard did decide to retire, they might want to make a big deal about it." General Hospital spoilers. Is it time for Sonny to go? And then there was this comment as well. Whether we like it or not, Sonny has been a core character for 30 years. They're not going to kill him unless Mo Bernard himself dies. If Mo Bernard decides to retire, it will be a huge event. G8 and ABC will milk it for every drop of promotion and media attention it can get. There will be a huge build-up nobody will be able to ignore. Tell us, what do you think about this story? Leave us your thoughts in our comments section below. Also, watch this space for all of the latest breaking news. Come back to Celebrating the Soaps for everything you need to know about the young and the restless, General Hospital, the bold and the beautiful Days of Our Lives, the British royal family, and the hottest celebs. General Hospital's Nancy Lee Grahn posted about a major snafu that happened while she and her daughter were in Japan. Alexis has been going through some challenging times on General Hospital. Her daughters are finally getting along again, however, Rick and Ava are blackmailing her with proof that Christina cut Rick's brake line, nearly killing him and Elizabeth. As such, she's got some legal issues to deal with, and in a strange case of life imitating art, Nancy Lee Grahn may have to hire her own character to get her out of a jam. Throughout several Instagram posts, Grahn has shared an amazing trip that she and her daughter, Kate, took to Japan. She was thrilled by the cleanliness of Tokyo, as well as the majestic sights they had seen, including Meiji Fuji. They tried various types of foods as well as shopping, and one stop at a shop may have caused her some issues. She posted a selfie on Instagram of her wearing a necklace with an unsurprised look on her face, and captioned it, "See that beaded necklace? Tried it on in a store about 45 minutes away on a boat in Haikon. Unfortunately, while getting ready for bed, I realized I was still wearing it. We are once again heading back to the store to confess." She hilariously ended with, "I hear it's just 21 days in jail here for thievery." Read this. Find out what's coming up on GH. Co-star Lisa Cicero, who plays Olivia, responded with the hysterical, "The role of Alexis Davis will be played today by." One fan reacted, Cicero_Lisa, she better call Diane. She loves billable hours. Of course, Diane is Alexis' bestie and partner at their law firm, so the jokes pretty much wrote themselves. Another castmate, Kate Mancy, kiddingly wrote, "Did you manage to steal something useful like cookies or pie for your girl?" Fellow soap star Don Diamond shared a crying laughing emoji with some applause ones. Many fans felt that Grahn's honesty would preclude any possible jail time, as one reacted with the hopeful, "Oh my, but you were honest at least, so that counts for something, right?" General Hospital spoilers gush that in the ever-turbulent world of Port Charles, Natalia Ramirez finds herself at a crossroads that could alter her fate and that of mob boss Sonny Corinthos. After a series of missteps, including a revealing conversation with her ex-husband Jen Sidwell, Natalia's position becomes increasingly precarious. With Sonny's health deteriorating and secrets unraveling, Natalia must navigate treacherous waters to reclaim her standing, or risk losing everything. Sonny has already written her off. Is there any room for forgiveness in his life, or is his relationship with Natalia a lost cause? Natalia's recent disclosure to Sidwell about Sonny's urgent need for heart surgery has set off alarm bells. Sidwell, already a looming threat, now possesses information that could be weaponized against Sonny. This slip not only endangers Sonny, but also casts doubt on Natalia's loyalty, especially considering her past deceptions. Their relationship, once budding, now teeters on the edge, with trust eroded and intentions questioned. Sonny had already kicked her to the curb, but we knew there were lingering feelings left behind, and that he might be able to welcome her back into his dark underworld after the dust settled on her betrayal. Now, we're not so sure. Sidwell's return to Port Charles is more than a mere visit. It's a calculated move in a larger scheme to dismantle Sonny's empire. Using the knowledge of Sonny's health vulnerabilities, Sidwell aims to exploit this weakness, potentially drawing Natalia into his web of deceit. Her past with Sidwell complicates matters, as old emotions and unresolved issues resurface, threatening to entangle her in a dangerous alliance. If he is successful, Natalia could be considered an accessory in Sonny's book, and that might drive him to exact revenge on her every bit as much as against Sidwell. Facing isolation and suspicion, Natalia's path forward is fraught with challenges. Her daughter Allison Blaze Rogers' disapproval and Sonny's waning trust leave her with limited allies. Yet, Natalia is not one to retreat easily. Determined to rectify her mistakes, she contemplates bold moves to regain Sonny's confidence. Whether this involves confronting Sidwell, exposing his machinations, or making personal sacrifices, Natalia's next steps are crucial. ABC's General Hospital delivered a staggering sequence of events that has shattered relationships and redefined alliances across Port Charles. Recent developments have exposed Drew's betrayal of Willow, setting off a chain reaction of emotional, legal, and corporate battles. Evidence first surfaced when Nott discovered traces of another woman's presence in Drew's apartment: a red bathrobe, diamond earrings, and lipstick-stained coffee cups pointed to an affair. The revelation blindsided Willow, who realized her friends had subtly warned her before she uncovered the truth herself. The betrayal deepened when explicit photographs of Drew and Nina, Willow's longtime adversary, confirmed the affair, escalating Willow's emotional devastation. A subsequent confrontation was interrupted when Willow received a threatening message involving Drew's safety, prompting her to head alone to a deserted warehouse. However, inconsistencies in the photographic evidence suggested potential manipulation, hinting at a larger conspiracy rather than a straightforward affair. As the situation spiraled, Willow uncovered deeper layers of betrayal. Drew's secret relationship with Nina had been ongoing, with hidden messages and rendezvous dating back months. Willow's trust eroded completely, not only in Drew but in those around her, as she questioned who else had concealed the truth. The fallout intensified when Nina filed for guardianship of Willow's children, citing Willow's emotional instability and cancer history. Refusing to be defeated, Willow hired Diane as her attorney and secured Michael's return from Germany to support her custody battle. This initiated a dramatic town-wide schism: Team Willow versus Team Drew and Nina. Drew's reputation collapsed swiftly. Aurora Media faced boycotts and stock plummets as former allies distanced themselves. Tensions climaxed when 6-year-old White testified in court about accidentally witnessing Drew and Nina's indiscretion, further condemning Drew publicly. The corporate arena was equally volatile. Michael, now hardened from his time abroad, launched a calculated takeover of Aurora Media while targeting Crimson, Nina's magazine, applying economic pressure to dismantle Drew and Nina's influence. Meanwhile, Jason's physical confrontation with Drew symbolized the deep personal betrayals felt within the Quartermaine family. Further chaos erupted when Nina's pregnancy was revealed after a positive hospital test was leaked. The pregnancy, stemming from her affair with Drew, intensified the town's outrage and deepened divisions. Drew, overwhelmed by guilt and uncertainty, faced increasing hostility from both the public and former friends. In retaliation, Willow leveraged her hospital connections to uncover Nina's unethical manipulation of her medical records during her cancer treatment, a move that could cost Nina her medical license and further damage her credibility. The stakes continued to rise as Jason, Carly, Michael, and Willow formed a formidable alliance, monitoring Drew and Nina's every move to protect Willow and her children. Carly emerged as a leading figure in the anti-Nina movement, while Jason's protective instincts toward Willow grew stronger. Meanwhile, Sonny found himself isolated, torn between loyalty to Nina, now pregnant, and long-standing relationships with Carly, Michael, and Jason. His decision to stand by Nina set him firmly against former allies, reshaping power dynamics in Port Charles. As tensions escalate, General Hospital promises even greater turmoil ahead. Questions linger about whether Drew's betrayal was part of a deeper plot, and whether Port Charles will ever recover from the fractures now tearing it apart. In a shocking turn of events at General Hospital, Carly Corinthos found herself battling not only fear, but a life-threatening conspiracy. What should have been a routine cardiac surgery for Sonny Corinthos unraveled into a desperate fight for survival. From the moment Carly stepped into the hospital, unease shadowed her every move. The atmosphere was wrong: hushed whispers, secretive glances, and an intangible tension that refused to dissipate. Despite the experienced surgical team's presence, Carly's instincts screamed that something was amiss. Observing the operating room from a distance, Carly noticed unsettling behavior. Medical staff clustered too closely, phone calls made in hurried, furtive tones. Her concerns deepened when she overheard a surgeon quietly confirm that the plan was on and refer to a protocol that demanded no room for failure. More alarming was the mention of a device inserted into Sonny's line, with the chilling intent of ensuring his death unnoticed. Realizing the gravity of the threat, Carly burst into the operating room, bypassing security protocols to protect Sunny. In the chaos that followed, she ripped away the surgical sheets, awakening a groggy Sunny from anesthesia. Through urgent whispers, Carly warned him of the plot against his life. As medical conspirators attempted to restrain them, Carly fought back, dragging Sunny through the hospital corridors amidst alarms and shouts. In a frantic call to Jason Morgan, she revealed the assassination attempt, pleading for immediate backup. Carly maneuvered Sunny into a wheelchair, narrowly avoiding suspicious hospital staff who might have been complicit. She steered him toward the freight elevators, seeking a fast escape to the hospital's rooftop. There, Jason was already en route, prepared for a confrontation. Upon reaching the rooftop, Carly and Sunny faced another wave of attackers, surgeons armed with surgical trays and medical instruments. At the critical moment, Jason arrived, weapon drawn, forcing the conspirators to halt. His authoritative command stabilized the situation long enough for Carly to secure Sunny into Jason's vehicle. They fled into the night, leaving behind the hospital's white facade, now tarnished by betrayal. Carly reflected on the treachery embedded deep within General Hospital's walls, aware that uncovering the full extent of the conspiracy would be their next battle. The night's events redefined the sanctity of the hospital, transforming it from a place of healing into a battleground where survival trumped all else. As Carly gripped Sunny's trembling hand, one thing became clear: the threat to their lives was far from over. Recent developments around General Hospital star Maurice Benard have captured widespread attention, signaling a pivotal transition both for the actor and the long-running series. Benard, known for his portrayal of Sunny Corinthos for over 3 decades, has officially decided to step away from the show due to intensifying mental health challenges and to focus on a new venture aimed at mental health advocacy. Benard, who has openly discussed his struggles with bipolar disorder, has long been a symbol of resilience within the entertainment community. Despite maintaining a strong public image and actively engaging audiences through his State of Mind podcast, the cumulative pressure of his professional and personal battles has taken a significant toll. Episodes of heightened anxiety, sleeplessness, and emotional instability have reportedly made continuing on General Hospital unsustainable. Acknowledging the necessity to prioritize his health, Benard has chosen to redirect his focus toward Mind the Music, a mental health initiative developed in partnership with Ignacio Cericchio. Initially conceived as a side project, Mind the Music has evolved into a full-fledged movement dedicated to raising mental health awareness through concerts, workshops, and community outreach programs. The mission is clear: to provide hope and visibility to those struggling with mental illness. Benard's departure from General Hospital marks the end of an era. His character, Sunny Corinthos, has been an anchor for the show's narrative for decades, embodying complexity, loyalty, and resilience. His exit is not portrayed through traditional soap opera drama, but rather a quiet, poignant storyline culminating in Sunny's death following an unsuccessful surgery. This narrative decision is already generating seismic shifts within the fictional town of Port Charles and among the show's fan base. In the aftermath of Sunny's death, the storyline transitions into an intense power struggle, with key characters vying to fill the void left behind. Carly, Natalia, Jason, Michael, and Morgan emerge as central figures, each maneuvering for influence amidst a volatile environment marked by shifting alliances and betrayals. The dynamic marks a significant narrative pivot, highlighting the brutal realities of power in Port Charles. Simultaneously, Mind the Music is rapidly gaining momentum beyond its initial scope. The project is connecting with individuals across the country, particularly those who have experienced the isolating effects of mental illness. Through storytelling, music, and community events, Benard and Cericchio are fostering an environment where vulnerability is met with support rather than stigma. The initiative's success signals a profound transformation for Benard, shifting his role from television icon to mental health advocate. His departure from General Hospital is not merely a career move, but a deeper personal commitment to authenticity and healing, both for himself and for countless others in need of hope. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 28, hint that a top-secret DNA test could be on the way for Giovanni "Gio" Palmieri. Will Lulu Spencer and Harrison Chase team up for the truth about Gio's parentage? At Dante Falconeri's recent birthday party, Lulu seemed intrigued over the tale of Gio's birth. Gio's mother supposedly worked right up until she went into labor while in Los Angeles for a concert. Of course, LA isn't too far from San Francisco, where Brooke Lynn Quartermain actually gave birth to Dante's baby before handing him over for the adoption. It's easy to see how Lulu could start putting the clues together, especially since Lois Cerullo acts so on edge anytime the topic of Gio's mom comes up. There's also the matter of Gio's age and any other discoveries Lulu might make that help her form a theory. Lulu may eventually settle on the idea that Gio could be Brooke Lynn and Dante's biological child, but she might want proof before she tells any of them. Chase has agreed to keep quiet about the baby Brooke Lynn gave up, but he hates lying to Dante. If Lulu goes to Chase with this theory that Dante and Brooke Lynn are Gio's parents, he's going to hate the deception even more. Chase may agree with Lulu about evidence being necessary before they blow up so many lives. Perhaps Lulu and Chase could join forces on a DNA test to confirm that Brooke Lynn and Dante's son is indeed Gio. Chase could surely swipe DNA samples from Gio and Brooke Lynn, since he lives with them both at the Quartermain residence. Brooke Lynn has already confirmed that Dante is the father of the baby she surrendered, so proof of her mother-son link to Gio might be enough for Chase and Lulu. Then again, Lulu and Chase may want parental proof on both sides, just to be extra sure. A swiped DNA sample from Dante or even Rocco Falconeri could also help offer some Gio family confirmation. Regardless, there's the potential for a secret DNA test to become a pivotal part of this GH storyline. Chase and Lulu could have a reason to join forces if they end up on a mission to confirm Gio is truly Brooke Lynn and Dante's bio son. General Hospital spoilers say Lulu will make some stunning predictions and could help deliver updates on some major family news down the road. General Hospital sees Alexis Davis realizes something must be done, or else Christina Corinthos Davis could be set up for a life in prison on a multiple murder attempt charge. We're going to talk about how Alexis and Sonny Corinthos may commit Christina to Shady Brook Psychiatric Hospital as a preemptive move to avoid serious criminal charges against their daughter. So right now, Christina actually thinks she's in the clear, that she got away with it because she thinks only she and Lucky Spencer know that she slashed Rick's brake lines. And at first, Lucky ranted at Christina and said she went too far. She needed to pay for her actions for nearly killing Elizabeth Weber. But eventually and insanely, Lucky came around and concluded that Christina going to prison really isn't going to help anybody. So Lucky agreed to cover for her, but it's not going to be that easy. Already, Ava Jerome knows that Christina caused Rick Lansing's and Liz's near-fatal accident, and she told Rick as well. So as of right now, Christina thinks she can hide the fact that she caused Rick's accident. But remember, Ava went down to the impound lot, asked questions, and had the vehicle checked out and was told the brake lines were cut. Then later, Lucky went to retrieve Liza's wallet from the SUV and was told the vehicle had been destroyed. Now, first of all, Lucky might have gone down there asking just to see if there was any evidence against Christina. He may or may not have really been trying to get something for Liz. And second, I 100% doubt that Rick's SUV has been destroyed. I think Ava put it somewhere for safekeeping and as leverage so that nobody else could have it destroyed. Ava knows Christina cut those brake lines because nobody else wants either her or Rick dead. And Ava mentioned that Rick was parked in her spot and how similar their SUVs are. Plus, he saw Christina at the crash site when there was no reason for her to be there, and Rick wanted to call the cops. He'd love to put Sonny's and Alexa's daughter in prison, but Ava got other ideas. She's seeing dollar signs, and of course, she's so deep in debt, as we all know. Spoilers this week say that Ava thinks the slashed brake lines equal a payday, and she may be right. So Sonny or Alexis, or both, may get a visit from Ava where she lays it all out and says, "Pay off my debt, or your daughter's going down." Already, Sonny offered to pay Ava's IRS debts, but only if he took back custody of their daughter, Avery Jerome Corinthos. And Alexis basically laughed in Ava's face about a loan, and then told Valentin Cassadine she's thrilled that Ava lost the divorce settlement and is broke. But rather than Alexis, I think it's going to be Ava who gets the last laugh because Christina has come unhinged. Love or hate her, this has turned out to be a great situation for Ava. This week, Alexis turns to Diane Miller and may confide in her that Christina tried to kill Ava and, in doing so, nearly killed Rick and Elizabeth. We're going to see Diane tell a tearful Alexis that it's time to take drastic action, because not only is there the chance that Christina left fingerprints on Rick's SUV when she cut the brake lines, but he saw Christina's at the crash site, which means her alibi is garbage. Plus, her bartender didn't see her, so it was already shaky. And when Ava goes looking for her big payday, well, it turns out she has actual concrete video proof. As I expected, yes, there were security cameras in the parking garage. And yes, Christina is caught on tape cutting the brake lines. Even if Damian Spinelli goes in and deletes the tape, it's too late. Ava's already got it. The good news for Christina, Sonny, and Alexis is that Ava wants money more than she wants to see Christina behind bars. Ava's in that serious financial bind, and since everybody survived the accident, she might let it slide if Sonny and or Alexis pay her debts and make sure they get Christina under control so nothing like this happens again. So I suspect Diane may advise Alexis to proactively put Christina into Shady Brook Psychiatric Hospital for a couple of reasons. First, in case Ava changes her mind and presses charges, they would have the groundwork for a temporary insanity defense in court. Second, and the bigger issue, Christina really needs some mental health assistance. She's been fixated on Ava for way too long. Christina has lied to herself and anybody who will listen when she said Ava shoved her out the window of the Metro Court. We've seen Christina's memories, and she just knows that's not true, but she keeps repeating it to herself to kind of try and, gaslight herself, I guess, is the best way to say it. She needs to blame Ava to avoid her own guilty feelings and accountability for the part she played in that tragic accident for the death of the baby that she was planning to steal from her sister Molly Lansing Davis. ABC's General Hospital is heating up as Christina Davis spirals further out of control, setting the stage for a massive family crisis. In recent developments, Christina's obsession with Ava Jerome culminated in a disastrous decision. She attempted to sabotage Ava's car but mistakenly targeted Rick Lansing's vehicle, nearly killing both Rick and Elizabeth Weber in the process. The fallout is swift and devastating. Ava, having uncovered Christina's actions, is blackmailing Alexis Davis to protect her daughter's secret. Desperate to keep Christina out of prison, Alexis turns to embezzling funds from Ace's trust account, a decision that jeopardizes her legal career and personal freedom. The situation grows even more complicated when Molly Lansing Davis stumbles upon commitment papers that Alexis secretly arranged through Diane Miller, intending to have Christina admitted to Shady Brook Psychiatric Facility against her will. Due to a careless mistake, Diane labeling the envelope only with the last name Davis, Molly reads the documents, setting off a dangerous chain of events. Molly's discovery threatens to unravel the Davis family from within. If she confronts Diane or Christina, the truth about Christina's attempt on Rick's life will surface, potentially destroying the sisters' once close bond. Molly, known for her strong moral compass, could very well turn Christina over to authorities or worse, inform Rick himself, throwing the entire cover-up into chaos. Meanwhile, Alexis faces impossible choices. To shield Christina, she risks everything, even as Ava's extortion demands escalate. Every new payment to Ava deepens Alexis's criminal liability, putting both mother and daughter on a collision course with disaster. Christina is left with three bleak options: allow Alexis to continue paying Ava's blackmail, confess to the police and risk prison time, voluntarily commit herself to Shady Brook, preserving a narrative of mental instability that could mitigate legal consequences. The third path, self-admittance to Shady Brook, emerges as the least destructive option. Christina's growing realization that she needs help, not just legal protection, marks a significant shift in her character. What began as blind rage toward Ava has evolved into deep regret and a desire for personal accountability. But Christina's internal struggle is far from over. She's tormented by the knowledge that Molly's discovery of the commitment papers could destroy their relationship forever. Compounding the crisis, Cody Bell inadvertently learns fragments of the truth, becoming yet another wild card in this volatile situation. Alexis and Diane scramble to manage the legal and emotional fallout, but even their best efforts may not prevent an explosion. Molly's confrontation with Diane is imminent, and every revelation threatens to expose the dark secrets the Davis family has fought so hard to bury. Meanwhile, Christina drafts a heartfelt letter to her family, confessing everything, from her hatred of Ava to the fateful sabotage that almost claimed Rick's life. She hopes the letter will explain her decision to commit herself to Shady Brook, not as an act of evasion, but as a first step toward true healing and redemption. Tensions continue to escalate across Port Charles. Should Sonny Corinthos, Christina's father, discover Ava's blackmail, the consequences could turn violent, plunging the town into another brutal gang war. Each passing moment tightens the noose around the Davis family, with their relationships, futures, and freedom hanging in the balance. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.